4C. A new experience. New experience is when you try something for the first time. Is like when you do some of these activities for the first time. Activity is something that you do. Now listen and repeat after me. Skiing. Skiing. Now this sport is exactly like this one, but it's in the water, right? So we call it water skiing. Water skiing. Surfing. Surfing. And this sport number 2 is exactly like number 5, but this man is using the wind to his advantage. So it's windsurfing. Wind is the air moving, the moving air. Sailing. Sailing. Scuba diving. Diving is like swimming, but it's underwater. Scuba diving is when you dive using special equipment like the air tank. Rock climbing. There's no B, not climbing, no, climbing. When you climb, you move up across something. That something could be a rock or could be a mountain. Rock climbing. Now, I will hide all the words and you name them. Name the activities. Quickly now. 1. Skiing. 2. He's using the wind. It's windsurfing. Sailing. This is skiing in the water. It's water skiing. Surfing. Scuba diving. And rock, not climbing, no, rock climbing. Rock climbing. Read. Listen and read. Is the writer of the diary? Diary is a notebook in which you write the events that happen to you each day. Is he enjoying his holiday? Let's read. My scuba diving adventure. Adventure is a new experience that is unusual or sometimes even dangerous. Day 1. Kadavo. Kadavo is an island in Fiji. Fiji is a country like America and Saudi Arabia. It's a country that has around 300 islands, and Kadavo is one of them. We finally arrived. Finally, at last, we arrived. We reached the soft coral capital of the world, Fiji. Fiji, the country, has a lot of soft corals. Now, this is a soft coral. This is why we call it the soft coral capital of the world, because it has a lot of soft corals. Every scuba diver's dream. Scuba diver is the person who dives using scuba equipment. And every diver in the world dreams of going to Fiji because it's perfect for diving. I got all my equipment like the air tank, the tools that you use when you dive, ready, and went for my first dive. Dive, diver. Dive, verb, diver, noun. In the ocean. Ocean is a very large area of water, like the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean. It was an amazing experience. It was an amazing thing that I tried. Fish here are more colorful. They have more color than other fish, and more beautiful than fish in lakes. Day 2. Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock is a place for diving in Kadavo. We explored the great astrolabe reef. When you explore, you travel around the place to learn more about it. Do you see the capital G, capital A, capital R? That's because this is a name of a place. The great astrolabe reef is a place that we explored for hours. The water wasn't very warm. Warm is something between hot and cold. It was colder than yesterday. Do you see the ER and than? That means we are comparing between today and yesterday. Today is colder than yesterday, but there were more fish and corals. Corals, these are corals. It was incredible, unbelievable. Day 3. Sifan Alley. Sifan Alley, another place for diving, in Kadavu. The water was a beautiful indigo color. What is this color? It's indigo, and it was quite deep. It was very deep. It goes far down from the top. We went down to 20 meters. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Now this is the British spelling, and this is the American spelling. The pronunciation is meter, the same. And we saw a school of barracuda. This fish is barracuda. School means a large group. Do you see it in the picture? That's a school of barracuda. I think they are uglier than sharks. Ugly is the opposite of beautiful. Uglier is when you compare between barracudas and sharks, and barracudas are uglier than sharks. Uglier. But luckily, they are not dangerous. Fun time. Our instructor is like teacher who teaches a skill or a sport. He arranged for a barbecue on the beach. Beach is the place where the land meets the sea. For us this evening, we had a great time. I am sad to leave this place in 2 days. In 2 days, that means I will stay for 2 more days and then I will leave. That's the meaning of in 2 days. Scuba diving holidays aren't very cheap. Cheap is the opposite of expensive. They cost a lot of money, but they are definitely worth it. They are not waste of money. They are worth it. Now I will leave you with a short video about scuba diving in Fiji. Now, is the writer enjoying his holiday? Yes. He said he was sad to leave the place in 2 days, and he said that scuba diving is expensive, but it's worth it. Now write T for true or F for false. This is the writer's first ocean scuba diving trip. Yes, he said my first dive in the ocean. The water on day 1 was warmer than on day 2. That is true. Day 2 was colder than yesterday, than day 1. That means day 1 was warmer. The writer thinks that barracuda are beautiful fish. No, he said they're uglier than sharks. Uglier, not beautiful. They had a barbecue on the last evening of the trip. Not correct. They had a barbecue and then he will stay for 2 more days and then he will leave. It wasn't the last evening. The writer thinks scuba diving holidays are a bit expensive. That is true. He said they aren't very cheap, but they are worth it. Grammar. Comparative forms. Comparative is when you compare. When you compare, you have 2 months, 2 people, 2 things, and you want to see the similarities and the differences between the two. When you do that, you need an adjective when you compare, like cold. Cold is an adjective. Now December is cold. October is also cold. But which one is colder? It's December. Look at the thermometer. We say December is colder than October. Colder than. We add er, cold, colder, and we use than. Can we use colder from? Is that correct? No, don't use from. It's always than, colder than. Now compare between the 2 months. Use hot. May is hot, and so is June. June is also hot. Which one is hotter? It's June. Look at the thermometer. We say June is hotter than May. One problem though. Look at the last 3 letters. If you have consonant and then vowel and then consonant, vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. If you have that, a vowel between 2 consonants, we double the last consonant. Double T, not 1 T. Happy. Robert is happy, and Bill is happy too. Bill is happier than Robert. We have Y in the end. We change Y into I. We do this with every adjective ending in Y. Colorful. Fish A is colorful, and so is fish B. They have a lot of colors. Fish A is colorfuler than fish B? No, that's not correct. Try and say colorful. How many times do you open your mouth? Put your hand under your chin like this and say colorful. You open your mouth 2 times, right? Colorful. Say hot. How many times? 1. Say cold. 1. Say colorful. That's 2 times. We say more colorful. Why? It's a long adjective. However, all adjectives ending in Y, we change Y into I. Okay? Now we have irregular adjectives. Irregular, that means the rule doesn't apply, like good and bad. Smartphones are gooder? No, not gooder. We say better. Smartphones are better than telephones. Telephones are better? No. Telephones are worse. We're using bad, but we say worse. They are worse than smartphones. Finally, we have much and many. Sam has many books, which means a lot of books. And he has a lot of water. We say much water. When we compare between the 2 boys, we say that Sam has more books than Dan, and he has more water than Dan. Notice that book is not an adjective like colorful, hot, and cold. It's a noun. So we say more books, more water. Okay? Now complete the sentences with the comparative form of the adjectives in brackets. Bill is tall. We say taller than his brother Adam. I like Beth's room because it's, use big, we have consonant, vowel, consonant, like hot, double G, bigger than my room. My sister is lazy. We have Y in the end. Change Y into I. Lazier than me. She doesn't do any housework. She just watches TV. Tigers are. We have beautiful. That's a long adjective. Beautiful. That's 3 syllables. We say more beautiful than lions. We have bad. It's an irregular adjective. We say worse. Kelly is worse than Lana at art. Look at her painting. It's bad. I think skiing is dangerous. That's a long adjective. We say more dangerous than water skiing. Listen. Listen to a dialogue at a water sports school. Match to make 2 true sentences. The boy is a sailing instructor, or the man is a sailing instructor. Match. Instructor is like a teacher, but he teaches a sport or a skill. Who, the boy or the man, is the school secretary. Secretary is someone who works in an office, someone who writes letters and keep records. Who, the man or the boy, wants to learn water sports. Who is a student. Listen again and circle the correct words. The water sports school hasn't got, they don't have, a surfing or windsurfing instructor at the moment. The boy doesn't know, or the boy knows a lot about water sports. The boy is going to buy the equipment or get the equipment for free. The boy wants to try water skiing or windsurfing. Sam is a student or an instructor. Again, instructor is like a teacher who teaches a sport or skill at the school. Who is Sam? The boy wants or doesn't want to meet the instructor. When you listen, try to understand the general idea. Try to understand the listening as a whole. What's happening? What's going on? Not every single word. You don't need to understand every word you hear. Now listen.
4. Listen.
Hello. I would like to ask some questions about your water sports school.
Sure. What would you like to know?
First of all, what kind of water sports do you have here? Sailing, surfing, windsurfing?
Well, we have really good sailing and surfing instructors, and water skiing instructors too. But at the moment, we don't offer windsurfing lessons because we haven't got an instructor for windsurfing. I'm sorry. What sport would you like to try?
Oh, I'm not sure. You see, I don't know anything about water sports. This is my first time and...
That's not a problem. Our instructors are here to help you learn all about water sports.
What about the equipment? Do I buy it, or are you going to give me everything I need?
Don't worry, we'll give you the equipment. So, what sport would you like to try? Water skiing is very popular at the moment.
No, actually I think that windsurfing is more interesting than water skiing. But you haven't got windsurfing, so...
Listen, I've got an idea. Why don't you come with me? You can talk to Sam. He's one of the instructors and he can give you more information so you can choose.
Really? That's great. Let's go.
Now read the listening transcript and check your answers. And before you do that, if you feel like you want to listen to the recording again, please go ahead, listen to it again. Don't continue the video unless you've finished answering all the questions.
Hello. I would like to ask some questions about your water sports school.
Sure. What would you like to know?
First of all, what kind of water sports do you have here? Sailing, surfing, windsurfing?
Well, we have really good sailing and surfing instructors, and water skiing instructors too. But at the moment, we don't offer windsurfing lessons because we haven't got an instructor for windsurfing. I'm sorry. What sport would you like to try?
What kind? Is it sailing? Is it surfing? What kind? I'm sorry, we don't offer, we don't give, we don't teach windsurfing. We don't have instructors for that. So they don't have windsurfing instructor at the moment.
Oh, I'm not sure. You see, I don't know anything about water sports. This is my first time and...
That's not a problem. Our instructors are here to help you learn all about water sports.
What about the equipment? Do I buy it, or are you going to give me everything I need?
Don't worry, we'll give you the equipment. So, what sport would you like to try? Water skiing is very popular at the moment.
I don't know anything about water sports. He doesn't know. Water skiing is very popular. A lot of people are learning it. And he said, don't worry, we'll give you the equipment for free.
No, actually I think that windsurfing is more interesting than water skiing. But you haven't got windsurfing, so...
Listen, I've got an idea. Why don't you come with me? You can talk to Sam. He's one of the instructors and he can give you more information so you can choose.
Really? That's great. Let's go.
It's more interesting, it's more exciting, more fun. The boy wants to try water skiing or windsurfing. He wants windsurfing. It's more interesting, but they don't have it in this school. Sam is one of the instructors, and the boy wants or doesn't want to meet Sam. Let's go. Let's meet Sam. The boy wants to learn water sports, and the man is a secretary. He is not an instructor. Sam is the instructor. Speak. Talk in small groups like 3 students, 4 students. What do you think of the activities below? What's your opinion on these activities? Compare them using some of the adjectives in the box. Exciting, interesting, boring, not exciting, not interesting. Dangerous, it's not safe. Popular, a lot of people love it and are into it. Cheap, not expensive. Expensive, not cheap. Easy, not difficult. You can learn it in no time. It's difficult. You need a lot of time to learn it. Now let's arrange these adjectives into 2 columns. We have short adjectives and we have long adjectives. When we compare between the activities using short adjectives, we just add ER to the adjective. We say skiing is cheaper than, easier than. With long adjectives, we don't do that. We don't say excitinger, no. We say skiing is more exciting than, more boring than, more dangerous than, okay? Now, in a small group, say what you think. I think windsurfing is more exciting than surfing. I think windsurfing is more difficult. I think swimming is easier than scuba diving. Yes, swimming is also cheaper than scuba diving. I think rock climbing is more dangerous than skiing. Yes, but it is more exciting than skiing. I think fishing is more popular than sailing. Yes, but I think it's more boring. I think fishing is more boring than sailing. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please share it with friends. I will leave you now with the workbook exercises. I'll catch you in the next video, inshallah. Goodbye.